Hi everyone, welcome to today's channel. I'm David Hunter, and today's channel is directed to MatPat. I'm going to send this to his Twitter. I'm a fan, as he likes to call his fans, terrorist. I'm a terrorist myself, and he's pretty much my role model, and the reason I'm a YouTuber right now. And he recently posted a video about him going to Japan, and saying that our culture defines what kind of games we are into. And I don't know what exactly he's going to do in the second day, but in the first day he explored the traditional or old Japan, and he found a very good reason to say why the Japanese are in the rhythm games. But in Iran that doesn't work, because I'm an Iranian. I live in Iran. I love my country, so I'm not giving shit to my country without having proof. That are a lot of reasons why this doesn't work in Iran. The two most known, to me at least, reasons are that the gamers in Iran are casual. They're not like me, that go to long lengths for the hobby they like. It doesn't. It's not a hobby for me. It's kind of a lifestyle for a lot of you that are in anime or game. We consider it a lifestyle, not a hobby. That's something you do just for fun. We do it for fun, but it's more than just pure fun. Like I said, we consider it a lifestyle. But in Iran, they are not a lot of people that consider gaming that much of importance. They don't play games like Dark Souls. The reason, it's too hard. I am not in the mood to play hard games. They think the fun in the game is to buy a game, put it in the easiest mode possible, and God mode yourself through all the enemies in the game, and end the game like it's 2 seconds, and they have, wow, that was a good game. They don't know the genres, they don't know even, but sometimes they don't know even the game of the series or the game. They don't like challenge. They want everything to hand it to them in the easiest mode possible. The reason they don't play Dark Souls a lot. I myself, I'm proud to say I have completed Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3. I have 3 Dark Souls boss fights in my channel. And the first time I posted the channel was about Dark Souls, and pretty much that sums it up for the first reason. The second reason is that we don't know our own culture. We are alienized from our own culture. We have something called Shahnameh. Shahnameh is one of the biggest literatures in Iran. It's something like Hamlet of Shakespeare, or even greater than that, for Iranians at least. You can look that up. You have a lot of things to learn about Shahnameh. I want to keep this video short. I'm just talking about talking to MatPat in here. Iranians don't know their own culture. They are alienized from their old culture. And as for the new culture, I am a game fan, I am an anime fan, I am a metal fan. I like all of those things, and Iran can't provide any of them for me. Don't get me wrong. We have games, at least 10 or 20 so far. We have anime. We have even a specific animation to Iran. You can say you can just look at it and say, yeah, this is from Iran. Like the hand-drawn animes that are specific to Japan. They also are this kind of cartoon is also specific to Iran. We have a decent some decent shows, but they are too low of a number, like 2 or 3 shows about these kind of things. And the government, all the government says, don't sell Ben 10, don't show Ben 10 in national TV, but he doesn't do anything to come up with ideas that replace foreign foreign entertainment for young generation. So that's basically why we are alienated from our own culture. We don't know our old culture, because all of the countries are advertising their own culture through modernizing it. Like in your video, that was Fujin and Raijin. Raijin, as you know, later turned into Raiden. The term Westerns used to describe the name the Westerns gave Raijin, because they couldn't said Raijin. It over time turned into Raiden. And as you see, if a character name is Raiden, example is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, if the character is named Raijin or Raiden in any way, is considered to have electric attack base, like you see in Metal Gear Rising. The body of Raiden is covered sometimes in electricity. His blade is high frequency, it emits electricity, so on and so forth. And they do this by modernizing their culture, their old culture. But Iran doesn't do that, and even doesn't come up with new ideas to entertain their own people. So someone like me that likes anime, games, and metal have to go to other countries to get it, and the other countries want to advertise their own culture. So I am exposed to a lot of other cultures that I can choose from, and I don't know, I don't have any resources for my own culture that are fun. If I want to know my own culture, I have to study about it. I have to go to libraries, which teenagers in this generation or teenagers don't do. I am myself a 20 years old guy. I'm not in the mood sometimes to bury myself in a book. I want to play a game, and like I said, there are not any source of Iranian culture that is fun, like games or cartoons. And like I said, we are exposed to a lot of foreigner cultures. That's because this is the reason why I say that we are alienated from our own culture. We fail to modernize our own culture, the old culture. Like I said, an example from Raijin turning into Raiden, and in the games we have mythical beasts, we have dragons, we have a humanoid monster that is known as Deep, and we have seriously high-powered characters in Shahnameh. Shahnameh is an epic kind of literature with a hint of fiction. It's perfect for cartoons, for series, for anything that targets teenager. I don't know how this guy did it, but respect to you, sir. I seriously respect Ferdowsi because he wrote a poem. The book is poem based. That is considered to be fun in any age, if you understand it. That the good thing, at least the government did something that simplified the poem. The poems are really hard to understand. They need to decipher the poems, because sometimes you read one poem and it can have three different meanings. So they simplified that. They turn it into a story, and they publish it a story. It's about 4 generations of heroes in Iran, even more. I not exactly sure. And they put different stories of every generation in a new book, and they sell it in simplified modern language of Farsi. Like I said, the old one is really hard to read, and they doing this. They were doing this, but they stopped. I can't find new books that are like this, and I'm very disappointed, because this is something any age would consider fun. They have to do more anime, more game, more book about this, and like I said, it's very packed with epic battles. We have even mythical beasts in it. Dragons are considered evil. We have something called Simorgh, which is a seriously big and old bird that has a feather of every bird in the world in his body. That's why we call him Simorgh. C turns into 13 in English, and Morg is a chicken. But not in here we mean bird, not the chicken itself. We mean bird. So it turns into 13 birds, or 13 different kind of birds, because even the creation of Simorgh has a very long story. They wanted to the bears wanted to find themselves a king. Every bear said their own idea why they must be the king. One of them said, I'm powerful. One of them said, I'm beautiful. One of them said, I'm fast. One of them said, I'm wise. And one of them said, we are nothing compared to Simorgh. We have to journey there. And they go to the place Simorgh lives in, and all of them die in the process. The 13 bears make it there, and Simorgh, to reward them for their efforts, takes a feather of every bird in that lived, and places that feather in his own body. So they become one with the Simorgh. They somehow reincarnate in the body of the Simorgh. From reincarnation, I don't mean they relive their life. They die. They don't become alive again, but they become one with the Simorgh. They become something greater. Somehow they manage to get to a spiritual enlightenment, and we have something like this, and a lot of people don't know the story behind this creation of Simorgh, and it bugs me. And you can say in the modern day, like I said, we are exposed to a lot of cultures and we have a lot of problems. We are short on jobs. We are basically angry people. We are not in a good mood to be happy and laugh a lot. So the violent and first-person shooter games are very popular in Iran because they want to empty their anger somewhere, so they choose these kind of games. But Matpat, if you want to know more about Iran, you're welcome to come here. I become your tour guide and give you everything I know about Iran. Like I said, Iran has a seriously rich culture, but is not known to a lot of people, and we are alienated from our culture and becoming more and more like American people. We don't eat home cooked meals like we used to eat before. The fast foods are seriously good jobs to have in Iran, because everyone is not in the mood to make Iranian food, homemade Iranian food again anymore, because they are hard to make. And this is the reason people go to fast foods. They are fast, they are somehow cheap compared to Iranian home cooked meals. And even I go as far as say, if we don't do something like about Iranian culture, it's completely lost in next 100 years. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about this video, and if you want to know more about Iranian mythical beasts, I have read Shahnameh. I can explain a lot of that. I can explain the heroes. I can explain the backgrounds. I am a fan of Naruto, and this shit has more mythical beasts and heroes than Naruto. And Naruto, as you know, it's thousands. It has 1,000 heroes. It has 1,000 different kind of jutsu. This kind of Shahnameh has that kind of thing, but in the more realistic manner. And Matpat buddy, if you consider me your fan, I'm honored. And if you watch this, I hope you answer me, because I seriously want to know your opinion. And like I said, if you want to come to Iran, I am more than happy to be your tour guide. And I say this, Iranians are known for their hospitality, so consider Iran one of your next destinations if you want to continue this global gamer. But like I said, you don't find much of our the old culture like I know it in these kind of days. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any ideas, leave in the comments below, and like and subscribe. Like you see, I don't have a lot of subscriptions. And Matpat buddy, if you want, I want you to please talk about this video, or even post it in your own channel. Like you see, I don't have a lot of fans like you do have. And but I seriously want a lot of people to see this, even Iranian people if possible, to seriously think about alienating from their own culture. I don't know if this happens in other countries, so talk about it or reply to me. I seriously want to know about your opinion. And that's it. I see you guys in the next video. Bye.